What is up, YouTube? McIntyre here. Today I wanted to bring you guys a new replay analysis video. Today we're going to be focusing on I Am Smart, who is a Sylvanas player. I haven't made one of these videos in a while. It's something I want to bring back and start doing again more frequently. I think the hardest part about these videos is actually getting gameplays. So what I'm going to try to do every week on Monday of every week on my stream, I want to pick a random subscriber to submit a replay, and then I'll go over it that week and upload it. So this week I picked I Am Smart. He was the lucky winner, and I want to do this every single week so that I have a gameplay to kind of go over on YouTube for you guys to learn from, for me to talk about. And this is kind of another way for my subscribers to get a benefit for subscribing and supporting me to continue to play this game. So yeah, so I just wanted to throw that out there. If you are a subscriber to my Twitch, something that you can be a part of, all you have to do is show up on the stream Monday night, and yep, I'll randomly pick a subscriber. So as you can tell, I Am Smart is our winner this time around, and we will go over this game right now. Let me turn the sound down just a little bit. And alright, so we're starting up. I believe that this is a quick match game. I want to say that he said this might have been a quick match game. So we're gonna take a lot of this game with a grain of salt, but at the same time, we do want to just focus on I Am Smart and the things that he could do better, so that he can and you can take some learning experience from this game. So right off the start, we are postured mid. This is really good usually. One thing that I don't like doing on Sylvanas is throwing a dagger early. So if you throw a dagger early, luckily it didn't bounce here, but if you freeze the minion wave kind of in this area, then you freeze it towards the enemy's wall, and your team has a much harder time of hitting it. I mean, even this Artanis walking up and punching this kind of does that, right? It's better. It's okay if you're like Joanna and you pull them all together and then your team one-shots the wave. But if you have like this very unsafe team, as you can see, Zul can't step up to this wave now, and you're gonna have a harder time of wave clearing. Meanwhile, your minions will come to them, so they're much safer wave clearing, right? A lot of the time I like to wait until I've kind of... Oh, nice. Lich got completely destroyed. But a lot of the time I like to wait until the wave comes to us and then wave clear. But that was pretty good. 3 kills. And pick up 2 towers here using Sylvanas' hero power. I really just want to focus clearing this wave. And at this point, if I'm Sylvanas, I'm leaving middle. Right? You've got the towers, so you no longer need to be pushing this lane, because you're not really pushing anything, right? Oh gosh. Artanis. Yeah, so basically, because the towers are gone, there's no reason to push. The being here as Sylvanas is somewhat of a waste of time for you. Sure, if no one else is soaking, then I guess it's fine to stay mid. But in this case, you have Artanis soaking, so you probably should rotate to another lane. So, excuse me. Yeah, so now we have just the normal get the seeds. I would probably immediately go to tap and then start pressing out top. Yep. Now you can get top pressured. You need to be aware of that Vala rotation there that we saw on the minimap. We do know that they are on this camp, so you have to be careful of that. Good safe push there on the wave. Now rotate. spotted them on this objective. At this point, it's probably better for you to double soak. So you want to push this wave out, then head back to the top. Or in some cases, honestly, you can head bottom. Just because their team's towards the top, right? Nice swap for Martinez. That's going to end up getting a kill. Really good swap there. But yeah, since you know their team's top, like with Sylvanas, usually want to go where their team's not. So they have to come to where you are, because Sylvanas is always going to push harder. No matter if the other team is like even designed to really push, like, you know, Zagara and stuff like that, Sylvanas still usually pushes faster because the towers don't kill your minion waves. So your minion waves end up helping you push. We got full Q build. One thing that I'm noticing that you should just do, like mechanically, you know, attacking and holding Q down is hard at times. But if you're just wave clearing, like just attack and stand still. Like you don't have to try to orb walk or anything when you're wave clearing. You should auto attack, because a dagger plus your Qs and a couple autos to the front minions will kill the whole wave, right? Especially when you take these talents. Just like what you're doing right here, right? There's no reason not to just do this in the wave. You know, if the enemy's there, obviously you can try a different strategy and go back to the moving around, because you don't really want to stand still. But like in this case, you know, you can move. We see ETC bot, but here you should just stand still and attack these. You have really nothing to lose. I like the aggression. Still more of a fan of going to get other camps. Since the other team's just gonna defend these, right? Like we see that they're middle, so we know that they're gonna get defended. If we go and get other camps, or maybe pressure somewhere else where they're not, then we might get more value. So it's like, if you take this camp and then you go, you know, that the sieges are going to siege mid, and then you rotate bottom and start pushing bot, like they're gonna defend middle and they won't defend bot, right? So in this case, if you're taking east top camp and then we get this siege camp, if we rotate bottom, you'll see right now the enemy team should respond to defending these, right? Let's see if it happens. Let's see if people rotate up top. Buljin picking up a solo kill on Rag. Seems good. Zul's got a good position here, though. He's kind of watching the rotation because, again, their team is likely to rotate. And I like this invade with the level 10 lead. Don't know that they're there, but if they are there, they have to submit this easy camp to you. Or fight and die, probably. You hopefully fight and die. You do have the level 10 lead. But as you can see, since no one defended this, this just gets value. This camp doesn't need you there, right, to get value. That's the main thing about Merc camps, is like, especially with the easy camp. Easy camp never needs help to get value. Hard camp is more of like a wall to get value up behind. Easy camp just gets value by itself. Because the wave has a really hard time at killing these things. Even like if your minions stand and die to this, it still has a really hard time. And now we see Rag top. This is a great time for your team to force a fight. Especially with their team on the objective. We see Rag top 4v5. Start playing up. Pretty deep silence onto the Vola. I would say, for me personally against this team, I would hold silence. for when they come into you, because I'm guessing, you know, in this case they're not level 10, but when they hit 10, we're probably gonna see Earthquake, Mosh Pit, maybe Strafe. So we see Rain of Vengeance, but we see the Mosh Pit. Let's see if we see Earthquake on. Okay, so Sunder. But again, they're gonna come into you, and when they come into you to hit these cooldowns, if you lay a silence up on this, like even if you lay it up on ETC and Thrall, then they're just gonna kind of shut down, right? So here we have plant pushing, and honestly, if their team's gonna push top and you have Sylvanas, I like this. I like this pushing with the plant. You should be able to get some decent value here. The only problem is you have 16 seconds. But if you get, you know, keep walls, good XP lead there. Oh no. Oh, that silence saving your life. Dodge it. Nice. Oh no. Walk back into the auto. Good dodge though. Good dodge. Honestly, I probably would have just turned and started hitting the person, so I would have died too. Speed up. So, you've taken Life Drain at 13. I think it's a fine talent. Especially in quick match with no support. I actually don't mind that talent here. My only argument is that if you're gonna go that, take cooldown at 4 instead of Withering Barrage. The reason I like Withering Barrage at 4 for me is the 13 talent that decreases the cooldown of your it doesn't decrease, it refreshes your Withering Fire. So it allows you to kind of spit out all of your Qs really quickly, and you can just E really quickly, right? So it's almost like a burst combo. But in this case, if you're gonna go Life Drain, you might as well go Lost Soul. A lot of the time too, I mean, I like taking Will of the Forsaken with Lost Soul. It's pretty good. You can even take Spell Shield at 13. But Lost Soul is fairly effective with Life Drain. And it also allows you to tech into like Black Poison or whatever. What's it called? Overwhelming Affliction. Yeah. This is a slow duration on Black Arrow passive. So whenever you dagger the enemy team, you basically slow them by like 20%. It's AoE too. It's pretty nice. And if the dagger bounces, yeah, it'll just slow their whole team, and then you can re-dagger to re-slow them. Plus you're getting healed. But I do like like I said, I do like the heal talent. I find it effective in quick match, especially when there's no support. So you see, like here, you would have dagger back up. Pretty aggressive silence there. Ends up getting a kill. I like that play. I think it seemed a little wild, but because of your Sylvanas, you cleaned up a kill. I mean, you're definitely playing. You're playing very confident here. You can see the enemy team is respecting some of that confidence. Yeah, I was gonna say, go get the enemies, not yours. Perfect. Always, always. If the enemy team is dead and you can safely get the enemy's mini camp for seeds, always take the enemy's camp. Always. Because this is harder. This is much harder for you to obtain than this is if the other team's alive, right? It's on their side. They can run up to their forts. They can run down to their forts. Just better protection on this side too. You're better protected because you have this brush to sit in and do this camp. You'll see the enemy team coming. Here, honestly, I'm just hitting back. I don't think you need to... Oh, their team's coming. On those dudes. Buljin for the team. Buljin coming in for the team. No way. Oh god, the Sunder to finish him off. The Rag's kind of out of position. I'd play aggressive on him. I would maybe even think about Ian here. Whenever... So I find myself playing Sylv, and whenever I see someone out of position, I'm not afraid to E into them. A lot of the times, you know, people tell you on Sylv, like, save your E, it's how you escape, and that's true, right? But just like the same thing can be said with Valo or Tychus. You know, with their E's, we have Vault, and then we have just our dash. Like, if you use those, you don't have an escape, but a lot of times you see people use them when they're safe enough to use them and pick up a kill, right? So in that case, I think with Rag showing by himself, like here, you just did it there to hit the plant. But with Rag showing by himself, you could have done the same thing, I think. Okay, so plant's going down, it's ETC in it. Not really gonna be able to kill that unless he slides into you with a root on his head. So I'd silence that. Yeah, perfect. And I think that was a really good silence. Oh man, the Rag ult. If the swap happens. Oh, that was pretty early testing though. Let's watch that to make sure they didn't have played it better. So we see the Asthma, and if I had to guess, our screen's probably here. Right? This is probably what we're seeing. All of a sudden we get flanked, like, whoa. This is just, I think, a really good flank by them. Thorl looks so cool there. They're both glowing. What the heck is going on here? Yeah, so Thrall's about to just destroy your career. You can see here. Just looking at that form. Oh boy. Damn, really good Sunder. Almost like a perfect Sunder. Even connects his Wolf. So yeah, really good flank on the enemy team. I think a little greedy there for the Asthma. If the swap hits, you go for it, but if the swap doesn't hit, you need to get out. And you're saying you could have shades immediately. I think I kind of agree with that statement too. When he threw the monkeys down there, you kind of backed up and mounted around. If you had E'd aggressively, you might have been able to chase. But even then, I think if your Artanis misses the swap, you just don't go for it. Ends up being kind of greedy. Oh my gosh. Oh man, no. Oh no. What's happening? What is happening? Make it stop. And so we just gave up 50% of our plant health for nothing. The Asthma laser, that is so good. Alright, so their team's going in. Really aggressive play here. This is again where you take the 4 talent and it just gets so much. This is where the 4 talent gets so much value in these kind of stalemate, these holds. Just throw dagger, throw dagger, throw dagger, throw dagger. Just reset, reset, reset. So the other team is panicking, going back into defend because the plant's backdooring. So I'm assuming that this is your opportunity to win the game. You have 20. It's a good window here. You have plant. If you like win a team fight here, you win the game. Sunder gets stopped by plant. That's pretty lucky. Nice laser on this Asthma. Looks like the game's just won out here. Silence on top of that. Bam, perfect silence. You can E here. So how I would treat this rag wave, I don't know if you'll do it, but I would E as this wave's coming at you because you know it's gonna be here. And then right when it gets to you, if you reactivate, your E should be far enough through it, right? Your E would be like in here maybe. You reactivate, you dodge a lot of the damage. I think, right? Like so far, I've seen you be fairly passive on your E. And I think that has been my only complaint in this game. With that said though too, I don't want you suiciding with your E. But you know, at the same time, I would say look to be more proactive with it. More aggressive at times. And if you're going to put your burst out on a target, especially with your 16 talent, make sure your 16 goes out before you like throw your E there for damage, right? Or you can even hold on to your withering charges. Like, so you cleared the wave, right? And then you get up onto the building. We'll watch it one more time since the game's at the end. But okay, so we kill this tower, and you have your withering charge here that you waste. I mean, this is min-maxing, obviously. But if you hold that charge, throw your dagger, then throw your E, then throw your Q stacks, you technically get more damage. And that goes for basically all things, right? Team fights, before you throw your silence, before you know, look to be aggressive with your E, all of those times, you want to make sure you hit your mark. Just like with Tyrande. With Tyrande and her combo, you want to mark them before you throw your owl and your stun, right? Yeah, I honestly think that you played a fairly good game. The only, you know, bad death, and it wasn't really a bad death, it was just a tunnel, was their middle, like trying to kill that asthma, and the other team just responded so well to it that you guys got punished on that attempt. So, but other than that, I mean, fairly clean rotations. Honestly didn't see a whole lot of big blatant mistakes, and played pretty well for a quick match, no support game. Again, I would say if you're gonna go this build too, just take the 4 talent. If you're going to go Q build, take Windrunner. That's basically the best way for me to explain it. If you're going to take the 4 talent, take Windrunner, because this will allow you to shoot the charges off faster, right? And that's what's important. Whereas life drain and cold embrace is going to be way better with the dagger cooldown at 4. Plus, like Fury of the Storm, I'm not a huge fan of this talent either. I'm all about Bolt. That way, again, you can play aggressive with your E's, especially if you're taking Windrunner at 13. Then you can E aggressive, then you still have an escape out. So, but that's a whole nother story. Again, thank you to I Am Smart for letting me watch this gameplay. Hopefully, you've learned something. I actually think you played fairly well game. So, yeah, no real complaints, honestly. I'd love to see a Hero League game next time, though, if you resubmit, because I think you have a skill to start playing those types of games. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. Again, thank you all so much for your support recently. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to try so hard to get these videos out more often, especially this type of video. I know a lot of people like this stuff, and it's a great opportunity to learn and just give out more info, things that I normally wouldn't talk about. This is a good way for me to talk about them. So, but that's gonna be it, guys. If you are new to this channel and you enjoyed what you just saw, please make sure to throw a subscribe and a like on this video. You can always check me out on Twitch and Twitter. Those are both be located below in my description. Always posting, always streaming every night. So hopefully I can see you guys then. But that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you all so much again, and I'll see you all next video. Cheers.